What's up, everybody? It's your girl vibing with Nate, and I'm back again with another lit review. We're reviewing this year's Brad Loves Judy, and guys, when I tell you this is gonna be a jam packed season, y'all buckle up because the excitement is just beginning. Y'all thought we had a wedding and all these other things that happened last uh season and gearing up to the wedding and the actual wedding and everybody being there. It was beautiful. Meeting Judy's family, meeting having Lisa Ray come in on the show. It was good. It was giving, and she did Brat's party last year. So I'm just recapping some of that. But let's get off into this season. The first episode was amazing. They look so good, so fly together. Listen, I tell people all the time, I may not agree. I don't have to agree with the lifestyle, but I can love the people. And I love these two people together because they give it and they living their life out loud. I'm happy. I'm proud of Brett because now she's coming to her own. She doesn't care. But anyway, let's get off into it. I'm Team Brett, Team Judy, Team Kaleidoscope. I'm Team everything about them. So let's get right off into it. She talks about Brett comes in. She talks about how they, decided they were going to go ahead with the pregnancy, trying to get pregnant. She found out at the end of last season that she could carry. She just had, I don't think it was anything um, with going on with the cyst, just to be, they were something else, and they were getting them. She was getting it removed, giving them removed, and she would be able to carry to term. So that was good. Now we get to the day they go in and remove the eggs, retrieval of the eggs and everything, and bam, stuff started happening to Judy. She's harvesting her eggs to put them in Brat so she can have extra eggs and whatnot. Because I think Brett didn't have as many. So, and she was probably the one that had all the embryos and eggs and stuff in her, body. So she probably, they probably decided, well, we're going to mix the two together and then get so the baby would look like both of them. And I was like, that's, I, listen, I want to know how that's going to be because we doing two women and two men. So whatever the bread has in her, I think that's how it goes. I'm not for sure. Y'all tell me, coming down below and tell me if I'm right or wrong. But all three of the eggs, come together and produce a baby or however many babies. But she was able to retrieve a lot of eggs anyway. Um, and then stuff started happening to Judy. Her stomach swole up. She couldn't breathe. She had to go into the hospital. Found out she had an enlarged heart. I'm like, oh my God, all of that? And she went through so much, and Brett just broke down and started crying. And Brett started breaking down crying. And, she was like, you were calling your family. And, it was just like, what else could go wrong? And then, bam, Brett does get pregnant. After all of the stuff that was going on that happened to Judy, Brett was stressed, and everything. So she did get pregnant. Brett did get pregnant. It was viable. But then they went back a couple of weeks later and no baby. She miscarried. They were devastated. They weren't. I feel like they wasn't gonna try again, but then they thought about it, and the reason why they were, so, you know, anxious, and then they went from being anxious to being unhappy because they lost the baby, and then they said they were gonna do it again, but they were gonna do it a different way. She was gonna eat better, stop smoking, doing all the things that she was doing, and she eventually did get pregnant. So here we are, and then here we are again, and we really get down to it, and then we meet her sons, and one of the sons, and I think a girlfriend is staying with Brett, and that they don't clean up their room. I think that goes for all kids that grown, but Brett has to step in and say, "Hey, your mama doing all this stuff to help you." So she gotta be that step parent to just come in and say, "Hey, listen, you gonna have to step it up, because if the trash is full, he's a young man, he should take the trash out." So I don't think Brad was trying to say that she was a bad mama or whatnot. I just feel like she was trying to say, "Listen, we gotta do different. We gotta do a different. We gotta do different things, We definitely do have to do different things." I feel like that's what she was saying. The next thing is, you know, you see her daughter and they talked about their issues, whatever they had. But that's gonna be later on. But then, um, what else happened? Um, they talk more and more about the baby, and when the baby comes, and they're getting ready to do. I think they're gonna do some kind of. Oh, they're gonna do a Halloween party, and Brett said she don't really celebrate because she went to jail on that day. That was another thing. She just didn't want to do that, but she went on ahead and she decided that she would do it because that's something that Judy wanted. So she said she was gonna do it, and she wanted her to be okay with it because they are gonna have kids, so they would want for her to participate in those kind of activities. She was like, my grandmother always said, Halloween is evil. So I can kind of get with that. But then when you have kids, they don't see evil. They see candy. They see party. They see have fun. So it's just something that she's not used to, but she'll get used to it because she has kids. So um, another thing they were talking about is, her son staying with them. And, like I said earlier, he wasn't cleaning up. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. But she turned around and she told her, we're going to have to talk. We're going to have to talk to him because, you his stepmom too. So you need to be able to discipline too because he's still young, you know. And, Brett was like, I'm not trying to hear that. We gonna have to do something. She wants them to have, wants her to have say so with them. But, Brett was like, that's like trying to teach, you know, somebody that's older something new. And you can't do it. You can't teach somebody that's already been taught. So, uh, yeah, she was like, she'll make little comments like, well, I'm not gonna. She was like, I'm not gonna. Uh, our kids, she said that. I don't know if she was shading. She didn't seem like she was trying to shade her. She seemed like she was concerned about her wife and about how the kids come into the house and, basically don't help, because they work. And I get that, I get her saying what she said, she was like, our kids are not gonna be like that, they're gonna, basically be well-rounded kids, not to say her kids were spoiled or nothing like that. I don't think she meant it like that. I just think that, you know, she kind of is insecure about how she raised her kids because they had nannies, they had everything, that they could possibly want. But at some point, when do you stop? When do you keep being a parent and when do you stop being that mother that gives them everything, so to speak? And and she may not, allegedly. But, Brat was being honest. She was just saying that they have to have some kind of rules. The boys don't have any rules. The girl, she had her surgery. I guess this is her second time. It didn't take the first time because she didn't do right. I mean, it's a lot, for a mother to deal with. And that's probably why she was like, I've had my kids, I want you to experience this, being a mother, being able to be a mother, because you never been there, So I'm glad Brat's doing it, And the party was lit as usual, She does throw lit parties, so that's a plus. So I'm looking forward to what's gonna happen in the next couple of episodes. I know we're gonna get some inside scoops. I'm gonna going over to the Brat TV, and I'm gonna try to do um, um, a review of what she said today and how their fertility went. Try to find out some extra things about what went on. So, y'all, we gonna like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that post notification bell so that when I upload, you know that I've done so. Till next time, my empty nesters and nesters, peace.